Jessica Pegula slams invasion of privacy over pervasive cameras at Australian Open. The cameras placed throughout the hallways and rooms of Rod Laver Arena have sparked controversy since yesterday at the Australian Open. After Coco Gauff's outburst, where she tried in vain to find a secluded spot to smash a racket, several players have spoken out about this lack of privacy. Iga Swiatek, after her quarterfinal exit, compared the situation to animals locked in a zoo. Jessica Pegula also addressed the issue in a press conference. There are places where I didn't even know there were cameras. I'm not a fan of the cameras. I saw that last night and I thought, PFF, seriously. It was the same when Arena lost the US Open 2023 final. I thought, can't we just let the players have a moment for themselves? Honestly, we've been talking about this problem for years. I remember Madison Keys saying that her #1 priority on the Players' Council was exactly to stop all these cameras. It's gotten completely out of hand. I think they ended up putting up signs to warn that there were cameras. But this year, I feel like it's even worse. You can be in the gym and end up being filmed arriving at the site. I've seen footage taken in places where I didn't even know there were cameras, in areas where you don't imagine being watched. They're absolutely everywhere, in every hallway. It's a real invasion of privacy. Coco isn't wrong when she says the only quiet place is the locker room, and that's still crazy. You're just going about your day normally, feeling like you're being filmed all the time. I've seen online people zooming in on players' phones and things like that. It's completely unnecessary. For me, it's a real invasion of privacy. We're already on TV on the court. You go inside, you're still on TV. Literally, the only times you're not being filmed are when you're showering or going to the bathroom. Clearly, it's something that needs to be reduced. I don't think what Coco did was wrong. I don't think what Arena did was wrong either. It's just that time, people were watching. We feel like we're constantly under a microscope. And then, of course, people post these images online, take them out of context, or judge you on a moment that should never have been public. It should have remained a private moment. At the heart of the 2026 Australian Open, one of the most prestigious events in world tennis, a controversy has erupted that has little to do with winners, losers, or dramatic five-set thrillers. It's a debate about privacy, human dignity, and the changing nature of sports media. American tennis star Jessica Pegula, currently one of the sports elite, has publicly criticized the overwhelming presence of cameras throughout Melbourne Park, arguing the level of surveillance off the court amounts to an invasion of privacy. Her remarks have sparked a broader conversation about where to draw the line between fan engagement and athlete well-being. Round pushpin the spark, cameras everywhere. In recent years, Grand Slam tournaments have expanded their media coverage beyond match play. Organizers increasingly deploy cameras in hallways, gyms, training zones, and transition areas, places where players once enjoyed relative solitude. This year, that trend reached a flashpoint. During the Australian Open, cameras captured Coco Gauff in an emotional moment after her quarterfinal loss, smashing her racket in what she assumed was a private area. The resulting clip went viral online, triggering frustration from players who felt deeply uncomfortable. Out of that viral moment, voices like Iga Swiatek and Jessica Pegula emerged, questioning whether the pervasive all-access coverage has gone too far. Microphone Pegula's perspective, more than sport, a personal space. In her press comments, Pegula didn't mince words. She expressed bewilderment that players could feel constantly watched. She pointed out that cameras are set up in places players don't expect, including gym areas and hallways that used to be off-limits. Can you just let the girls have a moment to themselves? She asked, echoing the sentiment that players should have spaces free of cameras. Pegula noted that sometimes even phones are filmed or zoomed in on, and this footage gets distributed online in ways that serve neither the game nor the athlete. In her view, the only places truly private are bathrooms or locker rooms, which she called crazy given how much time players spend away from the court. Her comments underline a stark reality. Even when players are off the court, they feel as though they are still performing. And for many, that constant visibility feels exhausting and intrusive. A larger debate, entertainment versus humanity. Pegula's critique isn't isolated. It's part of a broader discussion in the sport. Another leading voice in this debate was Iga Swiatek, who made headlines by saying the non-stop filming made her feel like players were animals in a zoo. Reflecting on this, her comment wasn't about disrespect for fans or media. Rather, It highlighted the psychological toll on players who never feel truly alone, even in private areas of the tournament grounds. Novak Djokovic, for his part, also weighed in, lamenting that the constant camera presence means players can't even find a place to let out frustration without being watched. Camera with flash: why are cameras there in the first place? To understand the controversy, it helps to see the motivations behind the cameras. Small Blue Diamond fan engagement. Tournaments want to show fans every aspect of a player's experience, from arriving in the morning to cool-down routines. This all-access approach makes fans feel closer than ever. Small Blue Diamond content generation. The more behind-the-scenes footage is available for social media and broadcast partners, the more views, likes, and monetization opportunities the tournament and media have. Small Blue Diamond marketing. Sponsors and broadcasters increasingly pay premiums for access that includes off-court content. From a commercial standpoint, this explosion of camera angles is popular. But from a player's perspective, there's a cost: the loss of voluntary privacy. Many feel that the game's human elements, struggle, emotion, preparation, are now treated as spectacle. Handshake is their middle ground. Pegula's comments and the wider reaction suggest that players aren't against coverage per se, but want reasonable boundaries. Heavy checkmark # cameras capturing matches and official press interactions are expected. Heavy checkmark # providing fans with exciting, personal content can enhance the sport's reach. Crossmark recording athletes unawares in deeply personal moments feels exploitative. The consensus among the players speaking out, including Pegula, is that tennis should respect athletes as humans first, performers second. They argue that players should have designated spaces where cameras are restricted, allowing them time to mentally reset, prepare, and just be themselves. Botch out the human aspect of competition. Sport is inherently public. Athletes compete on global stages, watched by millions. But the pandemic era and the rise of social media blurred the lines between athlete privacy and entertainment content. Tennis, a sport deeply rooted in tradition, now wrestles with how to balance athlete dignity with growing fan appetites for content. How to protect moments that were once private but now become viral sensations. Whether excessive access can harm mental wellness and performance.